And welcome once again to the Neil and William Show, where we're a gangster when necessary. So I got one of the first stories here. Be on the lookout for a satellite that's going to crash land tonight somewhere.
Wow, thanks for the heads up, man.
2,000-pound European satellite has run out of fuel and is expected to plunge back to Earth sometime between 1:30 p.m., so that's 12:30 our time, and 7 p.m. Scientists with Europe's Space Debris Office said Sunday.
Hey, Europe, be gayer.
So, yeah.
I just love the fact that there's so much crap in the atmosphere that we have to have a space debris department, just so we can keep track of all the crap.
Where is it supposed to crash at?
Let's see. It was at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it'd be 8:30 in the morning for us. It was over Greenland and racing towards Canada. It will pass over to the Dakotas, Colorado, and New Mexico, and that was at 8:30 or so. Where precisely it will crash remains up in the air. It's probably crashed by now.
I see what you did there, up in the air. That is good.
Yeah. The most probable impact, they say, this guy from, his name is Heiner Klinkred.
Is he German?
Heiner? Yeah, it's definitely German. He's head of European Space Association's Space Debris Office. They have a Space Debris Office.
Didn't I just make that comment like 2 minutes?
He's closely monitoring this thing, and he says, quote, most probable impact ground swath runs over oceans and polar regions as well as uninhabited areas of Australia.
Now, this is just a wild idea I had. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work, but has anyone contacted the French? Just hear me out. What if we taught satellite not to fall on stuff?
Taught the
we could
satellite
teach
not
the wolves not to
fall.
fight, so why not teach the satellites not to fall?
What if we taught the satellites to fall on the wolves? All the problems solved in one fell swoop.
That would be amazing because that one satellite could take out 84 acres of wolves.
Problem solved.
And then we could teach the hunters to hunt the satellites because they can't move. They might be able to shoot them. Oh my God, that's it.
It's a whole growth industry. It just feeds on itself. Everyone prospers. Way to drop the ball, France.
Well, see, that's what happens when you throw your hands up in the air every time you see a gun. So, you drop things.
And I got one more story. Well, two more stories, and then I guess we'll go into our duel. Is that fair? U.S. Navy christens next generation of aircraft carriers. Heard about this, Big King?
No, I haven't kept up with anything like that in a long time.
U.S. Navy christened USS Gerald R. Ford on Saturday with traditional smashing of a bottle of sparkling wine across the bow of the ship.
Could I ask one question? Did it
the most technologically advanced aircraft carrier the U.S. has ever built. Go ahead.
Did it trip down the ways as it was going out into the water? You know, like the president tripped down the stairs of the Air Force One back in the day. Air Force One. History book did.
Ford is a
let me clarify something. Gerald Ford, when he was president, was on camera, and he tripped down the stairs of Air Force One on camera. Everybody saw it, and then Chevy Chase comes along when he was at Saturday Night Live and started making fun of Gerald Ford by tripping over things and landing on things. So when I asked if the boat tripped down the ways when it was going into the water because it was named after Gerald Ford, jokes are never good when you have to explain them.
No.
I feel like I learned something. I didn't know that.
So the Ford is the lead ship in the Navy's next class of nuclear power aircraft carriers.
So that means it's going to be the Ford class carriers.
Yep. Designed to get more fighter planes in the sky in less time and to be ready to incorporate unmanned aircraft into its air wing. First carrier redesigned in 4 decades is scheduled to join the fleet in 2016.
So it was christened, it wasn't launched yet.
Quote, she is truly a technological marvel, unquote. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Jonathan Greenert said in a webcast ceremony at Newport News, Virginia, shipyard where the Ford is being built. She will carry unmanned aircraft, joint strike fighters, and she will deploy lasers.
Lasers?
Lasers.
No railgun?
Laser weaponry.
I knew they were developing that. They'd been doing some testing on it. I thought they were getting ready to do more with the rail guns as well.
Yep.
That'd be neat.
Which is pretty much like a coil gun, right?
Well, electrically, magnetically launched projectile.
Yeah, coil. Uses a coil.
Oh, coil, yeah.
I think it's cool.
Kind of coming along.
We need a lot of them.
Oh my God! That thing costs $13 billion and is capable of launching 220 airstrikes a day. It holds 4,000 sailors and Marines and is virtually invisible to enemy radar.
That's pretty cool. They got stealth technology on it, huh?
Well, a lot of the Navy, worlds of navies are upgrading. I know the Spanish are getting ready to launch their new fleet. They have glass bottoms on the aircraft carriers, so the new Spanish Navy can pay homage to the old Spanish Navy.
Oh, that.
They did have a submarine that didn't work, but
here's the thing: the Navy plans to buy another 3 carriers at a cost of $43 billion.
Yeah. 43 billion, but that you get like 50 years of life out of them, 50, 60 years.
If that. Then you go through a schlep program, and then you're pretty much good for another.
You can always sell them when they become decommissioned. I think the last one got like $37 at auction.
$37.
I was upstate. They couldn't get anybody to take it off their hands. Instead of donating it, nobody met their requirements, or there was some kind of technicality bullshit. So they ended up selling it for scrap. And by the time the salvage yard figured out what it was going to cost them to, they ended up selling it for something like $37, $50, some ridiculous price for a several million for battleship.
Well, you should see the island on this one, Neo. It's streamlined instead of the big blocky ones like you're used to, and it has solar panels on the side of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was cool.
This is from the dailymail.co.uk, and they got a picture of the island. It's I guess it'll be CVN 78 because it's the hull number 78, but the island.
Well, hey, why are we letting those British bastards photograph our shit?
Because it was a commissioning ceremony. They even got pictures of them putting the island on the carrier.
I'm just asking a question. But coming back home, we have a outstanding, very cool. Well, it's it came out. The story come out with a good ending. It was a very bad story, but it came out with a good ending. And it's in Lafayette, which is about an hour or so away from Baton Rouge. A family of kidnapped Louisiana woman Bethany Arsenault killed her abductor. She had been missing since like Wednesday or something like that. Family of kidnapped mother tracked down and killed her abductor, who was also the father of her child, according to U.S. authorities. Bethany Arsenault, 29, was kidnapped on Wednesday in the car park of Louisiana Daycare Center where her 2-year-old child was being looked after, reports ABC News. Miss Arsenault was allegedly held prisoner by her child's father, Scott Thomas, in an abandoned house near a sugarcane field in the rural area of Lafayette Parish. Witnesses saw the suspect allegedly force Miss Arsenault into his white Buick Saber before driving away, according to a Lafayette Police Department spokesman. Later that evening, authorities found Thomas's car near the sugarcane field. They searched the field from Wednesday night and all day Thursday, but found no leads. So on Friday morning, Arsenault's family members conducted their own search in the same area, came across a secluded house behind a cluster of trees. Family converged on the piece of property about a mile from where the car was found, said Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Department Captain Kip Judas. One of the family members heard what he thought was a scream. Arsenault's cousin peeked in the front door and entered the property. He found Thomas with the woman. Thomas then stabbed Arsenault, and a confrontation ensued. The cousin, who was armed, began firing several shots at Thomas, unquote, Judas said. After a couple of shots, Arsenault was able to get free of him, and they escorted her out of the house. Police officers heard the gunshots and surrounded the home. Judas said they found Thomas's lifeless body on the ground. He had sustained several gunshot wounds.
Yeah.
Miss Arsenault suffered several stab wounds and was taken by ambulance to the local hospital, where she is in stable condition, Judas said. She had not eaten or had anything to drink since her abduction on Wednesday. No charges have been filed against the man who shot Thomas, and it is unlikely that the man will be charged, Judas said. Quote, in the state of Louisiana, you have a right to protect yourself and others from imminent bodily harm. We believe at this point, based on evidence and statements collected, that this guy was acting in defense of Miss Arsenault and thus was within the state law, unquote. How about that for a story? And right in our own backyard. Hello?
Where was that at? I was up around Lafayette, you said?
Yeah, Lafayette. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What, you wanted me to spell, oh, he shouldn't have had the gun.
What's that?
I said, that's what you want me to say, but I'm not going to say it.
Well, look, they waited for the police to do their thing. The police couldn't find the guy.
I'm going to take the Big King argument for a change. I wouldn't have gone with the gun myself, but
I would have drawn and quartered that guy, filleted him, cut his.
Now we're talking. I'm thinking it's time to pull out that syringe of acid that we talked about that time. That prime subject got out on.
All right, you kidnapped your wife at your daycare. I mean, thank God the kid wasn't involved in any of this.
They don't say nothing about the kid. I mean, the kid's okay.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, he kidnapped her, but thank God he didn't try and kidnap the kid. Is what I'm saying.
Right. You know, the kid stayed at the daycare, I guess,
because there was nobody to pick him up.
Right. Until the family came and got him. But yeah, I'm glad they killed this piece of shit.
We need to have a lot more of that. That's a deterrent to crime.
Yes, it is.
Deterrent is not that much of a deterrent, because a lot of times it's nicer in prison. Especially if you get in one of these country club joints. Hell, it just ain't that bad. If you start letting people, at the very least, let the victim make the arrest. They fall down a lot. It happens.
All right.
Okay, it's we got.
Yeah, we got not much time left, do we?
You got. It's 8:18, so about 10, 20 minutes. I can't do that.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time. I hope you're ready. Daddy.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
Hope you're ready.
All right, I'm ready when you are. Possibly a little sooner.
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second.
No time out this Saber duel.
Are we going to count down? I don't think you had your
lightsabers off. If we're going to restart, everybody cut their lightsaber off.
That's all.
Okay.
I didn't hear anybody go off.
Actually, I think Big King should tell us when to go.
Okay. On the count of 5.
Wait.
You ready, Sean?
Time out, Neo. Time out. Hold on. I think the batteries are dead in mine. Let me plug that back.
Too late.
No. Be fair, Neo. Be fair. Let the man defend himself, man. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on here. We have a failure to fire.
Charge that pitch up.
We're going to have to go to the second. My backup lightsaber. Just hold on, everybody. Hold your horse.
All right. Lay him on you. Let him know.
Big King, I guess you could go ahead and roll and see what's going to happen.
I did get a few hits in. We can do the first roll.
Anyway, because when we go, you're not going to be able to hear nothing.
I'll holler. What was it? 7
Do
rolls?
it. Just do it during while we're fighting.
All right, that's what the plan was. That's what I was doing. All right, gentlemen, light your
and then
lights.
give the signal. By the way, give the signal for the battle.
Okay, I'm prepared again.
All right. Are your lightsabers lit? On the count of 3.
It is now.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop.
Oh, shit! Take that.
Okay. Stop. Sheathe your swords, sir.
What's that?
Sheathe your swords.
Okay, they're sheathed.
Okay.
Mine's off anyway.
I got fucking nicked on the shoulder there.
Just a scratch.
All right, I want you to know this was random. I rolled a die. All right. Bone Daddy, you had even, correct?
What?
Bone Daddy, you had even, correct?
Who had what? What are you doing?
Bone Daddy had even.
Yeah, your Bone Daddy had even. I was on.
At a score of 6-1. That's why I just rolled a die. The evens won.
Oh, that sucks.
Neo, you got hit 6 out of 7 times. Bo Daddy, you are the winner.
Ow, my hand. Congratulations, sir. Bo Daddy? Did I kill him?
I guess the excitement was too much for me. Okay.
You can't go when I'm not even on the call.
Well, Bone Daddy, you won.
No, he didn't.
I don't think there was ever any question of that.
If you were even numbers, you won 6-7, or 6 out of 7.
Yeah, but his phone call dropped too, so I stabbed him when he.
No, I would not allow
that. That sounds like dirty fool on the switchboard operator's fault. But that's okay, sir. I'm gonna give you that one because just in case, I brought a little extra with me.
Extra. What are you talking about?
That kicking you here, sir? That's right, thermal detonator.
Oh, right.
Are you shit? Oh, God. Run, dude.
It's running.
It's a little late. It's gone off. You're all vaporized.
Oh, please. I gave you the win, too. I should have just let Darren win. Always let the Wookiee win.
That was a thud?
No, he said it went off. We're now in heaven. We are now speaking in the airwaves.
Just in case, I brought 2.
Well, you know what they say. Let the Wookiee win.
Oh, man. I can't believe you brought a thermal detonator. That should,
I can't believe you didn't think I would have brought a thermal detonator.
Wouldn't that be illegal in a duel situation, Big King?
Well, hanging up on the man is pretty much illegal, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of had the first strike with the cheating, that whole hanging up on me thing, just to be on the safe side.
I didn't hang up on him.
Now, to be fair, I started to go with Godzilla, but I figured keeping in line with the Star Wars theme, I'd just be satisfied with a thermal detonator.
Well, as the official...
I had contingency plans in case I lost.
As the official that was officiating this duel, you both lost. You both
lost?
You both cheated. Somebody brought a thermal detonator, somebody used the telephone attack.
So we have to do it again then.
But I think it should be whoever cheated.
Yeah, we do it again next week. I'm good with that.
All right, so prepare yourselves for next time, gentlemen. When we do this thing. And whatever that was.
Whatever that was? Well, we have like 5 minutes left. I want to talk about the story that we got. Where is it now? Mysterious case of Elisa Lam. And I'll let Donnie talk about it, because since you have investigated it most.
I don't know if 5 minutes will cover that one. There was a lot of weird stuff.
Well, we'll premise it. We'll
premise
it. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, because if you haven't seen the video, that's really kind of a big part of the story.
We'll just premise it and lead us into next week for that, and we'll talk about it next week.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I missed something. What are we doing?
I said talk about it, like a premise of what we're going to be here talking about next week on this case. A lot of people don't even know who Elisa Lam is. Okay. This particular incident was in February of 2013. The hotel where this occurred at has a long history going back to the 20s of suicides. Several serial killers have stayed there. You've had some ritualistic killings occurred in the area. This particular one involves a young woman that was found. Actually, she wasn't so much found as the tenants in the building started complaining to management, and eventually about funny tasting water and funny colors to it. And eventually, he got off his ass and went up and looked in the water tower where they found this woman where she had been for the last 2 weeks, drowned. The official ruling was drowning, but there's a video of the company that is just it's strange. It's a lot of strange behavior. That was the last time anyone saw this woman alive, and that's just some strange stuff happening. It is strange. Big King, on the site, there's video footage. You can go to link and watch this young lady. It looks like somebody's after her. I don't know. You really
need to see the video.
The elevator refuses to work. She steps out for a little bit. She comes out. She's making all these kind of weird motions with her hands.
Yeah, almost inhuman motions with it's just a weird video. It's a little long, because there's not really a lot happening. But mostly it's like you said, the elevator does not work. She comes in and out of the elevator, it's just batshit bizarre behavior.
It really is. But we're kind of out of time. Big King, if you would, please look at that video. So we'd like to get your take on it, as well as Doc's. And I really want to get Wayne's take on it, but I haven't heard from him.
I just might add, you see the video on toxicology reports conclusively ruled out the presence of any narcotics. She was definitely not strung out on anything.
Not only that, how do you get into that?
That's what also makes it. She was. It could have been explained as a drug incident, but it was ruled out. She was not. No drugs present when she died.
And it's hard to get access to that thing anyway. It's hooked up to alarms and shit.
Yeah, she's inside of the water tower.
Yeah. Well, that will do it once again. I guess we'll see y'all next week. Until then, stay cool, and I will have this version in a YouTube format, complete with graphics. So I'll be posting that later on this week. Probably by Wednesday I should have it. So in the words of Dr. Magic Hands, I'll let Big King take this one.
We are out.